But the purpose of today's interview is really to drill down one level deeper into one key component of storage and our storage solution, specifically storage quality of service. So tell us a bit about QoS, because I know it exists today in 2012 R2, and it's been enhanced in the next release, of which we already made available the first technical preview a couple of months back, so people could play around with it.
Exactly.
What was in there now, 2012 R2, and what's coming in the future?
Yeah, so it's part of our journey. We have a few things that we're going to be bringing in this next release, and a few of them are already in the technical preview, including QoS. And the notion about QoS is that you today have a static way to configure limits per VM, per VHD really.
So in 2012 R2?
In 2012 R2, you can go and say, okay, for this specific VM, I want it to not go beyond 300 IOPS or 2,000 IOPS. And you can do that today for each individual VHD. Now, the problem is, most of the times, you want these things to adjust as load comes in and as more VMs are configured. So what we created in this next release, which is in the technical preview, you can try it today, is we have a way to create policies. Say I have my gold VM, my silver VM, and I can create minimum and maximum limits. And I can actually adjust on the fly. And the whole notion here is that you can, when there's demand, adjust things. And that is the main difference there. There is a process that dynamically gathers information, and then when you see that something is not hitting the right range, you can actually go and reconfigure Hyper-V on the fly to make that happen. And the whole notion is you create the policies, you configure the VMs, and then the system manages itself.
Right.
And the things we want to make sure is, first of all, that no single VM will eat up all your capacity, right? Your performance. The second thing we want to make sure is, as you scale, you can do that with confidence. Because today, what happens is when you reach a certain scale, people start saying, oh, I'd better separate that in different hardware. And that's a very expensive proposition if you go and say, oh, for each new set of VMs, I'm going to actually dedicate a few disks to them. Then you're kind of doing some of the work that we expect the QoS system to do for you.